Hello everybody and welcome back to Tribune Racing League Tier 3 Season 2. This is round 6 at the Hungary Ring in Hungary. Tier 3 action tonight then. We've had Overdrive win many races so far. However, he was, to the best of my knowledge, overthrown last round at Silverstone. I'll just make sure that is correct. Which it is TJ, who isn't racing tonight, won last week. So that would give Overdrive potentially a better chance of another win to extend his already fairly massive 52-point gap at the top of the leaderboard. Only 6 rounds in and a 50-point gap. He's looking very comfortable for the win of the championship this season. Hungary, quite a... They say it's like Monaco without the rules. It's very, in real life at least, it's very position dominant. And it'll be interesting to see with these tier 3 drivers how relatable that theory is. Quite a fast sector 1, very slow or medium speed sector 2, and medium speed sector 3. We need good rotation through those hairpins to get the car in. However, we have James Greer, who will be setting the first lap in this 18-minute qualifying session. Yellow flag in sector 2, there'll probably be someone just backing the pack up. On onboard lap of Hungary. Turn 1, third gear, for me at least. Went all the way to the outside. TRL open, didn't invalidate. Good job. Brake at the 50, down to 4. And that front left tyre to follow the curve. Flip over this one. Run up the hill. One of the best corners on the circuit. A little drop down to 7th, use all the curve on the outside. This is death go. If you touch it, you spin. And he very nearly did there. James did very well to keep it on the road, pointing the right direction. Can use some concrete on the outside. Chose not to this time. 4th gear. Little bit of understeer there. Going around at the end of sector 2 to 54.5. You can see on the mini-map there's a lot of commotion happening at turn 6. And people will be on their flying laps. That'll be... actually just going to see what is going on. Got a Ferrari off. And pass, and I think that's on the road drive. It all stopped. Anyway, James Greer. Oh, there was it's Cosmo RL. He's running on his flying lap. You can tell because he's in the second overtake mode, second ERS mode, which means he is pushing. Or not anymore. Obviously, he's lost his front wing end plate, which would mean he will have to come back into the pits and he will lose about 5 minutes of running time. While I have been speaking, TTV Logical, who's just spun, has set a 1:15.2, which is enough for provisional pole position with James 17 here, 10th back, OJB full 1.2 back on TTV Logical, and James Greer 1.5 off, 1.7 off, sorry. Fairly big gap already, only 13 minutes in. We'll find someone on that. Silver Tree going round the outside of his teammate on his flying lap. Will not do him any favours in this session. Having said that, his sector 2 is looking fairly tidy so far, using good amount of curve on the side there. Maybe looking at a mid to low 16 here. Nothing groundbreaking in this session so far. Uses a bit too much entry curve there. Run out of ERS already, so that battery is depleted all of its stores, won't be pushing to the end. It's just the 1.6 litre V6 turbo engine on its own, and it's enough for a 1:16.7. have Overdrive? No, Overdrive has boxed. He's on the medium compound tyres, which is... We've been able to see Overdrive do this strategy. He looks for the ultimate strategy in the race, starting on the harder compound, going to the softer compound later on, which prioritises his second phase of the race. So you can see on the left-hand side of the screen, everyone has an S by their name. He has an M. M being for medium, the yellow striped Pirelli tyre, which is slower over 1 lap pace, but can go longer into the race. So just for the strategic gains. TX Phillips 17 has joined the session and is already out on his warm-up lap. We haven't seen him in this league before. I believe he literally joined about 20 minutes ago into the whole community of TRL. If you do want to maybe drive for tier 3, tier 2 or tier 1, or just be a steward or a commentator, please message the Discord, Instagram, all of that good stuff. Make sure to get in contact with us. My Instagram tag is EDMG4494. Danny is TRT Danny, he owns all of it, so please do get in touch if you want a future in TRL. Very, very good league. Danny's built it from the ground up. Massive respect to him. But I think we can get a co-commentator now. If I can quickly invite him. As TX Philip goes on his lap, Marshmallow has retired in the entry to turn 6 there. There's a purple sector 1 provisionally, and there's a stricken AlphaTauri right in the middle of the road. Very close there. Ashton, can you hear me? Have you installed your audio through the stream? Have you got your phone next to you? Have you got your phone next to you just in case, like, you can hear yourself on the stream? Ah. Fair enough. Oh, go on. I was just saying how well Danny has built this league up. On the ground. Ashton lad, I cannot hear your audio on the stream. Yeah.
Yes. Can you hear me on the stream now?
I will just get it up quickly. It'd be very not good if we can't. But good news, yes we can.
Good news!
Very good news indeed.
The Dacia Sandero.
How was IXR?
Oh, okay. So, long story short...
IXR tier 2
Oh, okay, so... Long story short, so maybe I should stop bullying you about binning it in the Ascari, because I've now done it twice.
Ah, yes.
But, no, seriously, I'm telling you, my pace was actually pretty good. I'm happy with my pace. Very promising going into the rest of the season, but... My pace was good before I got wing damage and had to box, and it all just went to complete, what's the word I should use here? Trash. Yeah, but one thing I gathered from it is that I've got a bit more confidence for the rest of the season, because, like, my pace was alright before it all went wrong.
Yeah, you just gotta focus on the consistency now.
Yeah. It's just,
I'm sure
one thing I'm noticing, it's a very competitive league. So, yeah, and it's a very hard league. Like, I was fighting for points.
I would very much like to do one tier 2 round.
I don't think you'd be able to do tier 2 because of how much quicker you are than me.
Nah, but we got Woken and what's his face? Wheeze.
Maybe just be like the tier 1 reserve or something.
Maybe.
Anyway, so MM Overdrive not doing a lap yet. But James at 17 sits on provisional pole with a 1:15.1. I'm going to do terrible tomorrow in TRL because I've not done that much practice and I've never driven Hungary before, so maybe...
I've done no practice.
Yeah, but yeah, at least you've done a league race there.
Yes, I have.
Yes.
One of my worst ones last season, but...
Oh yeah,
we'll
I remember that. Wasn't that the one where F7 Finn? Is he in there now?
Yeah,
no,
he's not driving tonight.
He won he won an on-track battle with an AI, and he's very proud of it. Anyway, let's have a look at the Oh no! Light clouds during race. One thing I was relying on, rain.
Yep, there's no rain.
To keep me competitive.
Oh, and
now we got light clouds.
MVCK. I'm gonna call him Mick. Mick is round.
Ooh.
On the turn 6 death curb.
Have a little gander. Oh,
Expected.
oh,
and he's retired.
Well, you can see, you can 100% guess what happened there that led to the spin. Always happens.
Death curb.
Yeah, you touch depth curb and you just round. There is nothing you can do about it.
So, just gonna sum up what going on at the moment. James 17 at the top. Logical is a 10th back on James. Ash, and your mic is echoing and it's quite annoying.
Oh, for God's sake, this mic is so rubbish. What about... Wait, tell me when, if it's still happening.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, it's good.
Okay, sweet.
It's better than it was. Yeah. Cosmo RO. I'm expecting good things from him today. He's proved that he's a good driver in Austria and Singapore.
Singapore, Silverstone. It's Singapore.
Both of them best.
Singapore, Silverstone, both sound quite similar.
He seems to be the most consistent one in this tier at the moment.
Except MM Overdrive is just...
The thing is, MM Overdrive gets penalties. He's quick, but he gets penalties.
That's a good point, actually. Very good point. Just
so we just need someone to stay within...
James is looking quite spicy. That's a good tier 3 time, 1:15.1.
Indeed, it is. I think... Yeah, he races Silverstone, but...
Yeah. I think in the minimal...
him having like a collision or something.
Yeah, I think...
as good race pace as others.
I think, of the minimal practice I did, on Sunday, after tier 1, in time trial, I think I got a 1:14.8, so 1:15.1 is a very good tier 3 time.
Yeah. Just quickly, I've just seen Cut-Off Man with no front wing.
I saw that as well, but I was thinking maybe it's just the alpha wing being very camouflage, but no. No wing, and he's gone straight off the
track.
Oh, he's retired. Oh, is he?
No, he's just
he's just going on off-roading.
Logical on a lap, or is he just... Nah,
he's chilling out.
Getting ready.
Logical, I think our 3 contenders for pole are James, Logical, and MM Overdrive. As always. Let's have a quick rundown. Let's all have a quick rundown through the...
just quickly, Overdrive is on a lap. He's gone purple in the middle sector, but he's invalidated.
Oh, what an imbecile. God.
And he spun.
Oh, nice one. James is retired. Looks like he thinks that... Looks like James is very confident with that lap time. Well,
1:15.1 is enough.
Let's have a little run
Overdrive
through
the
tier
and he misses the
standings. Oh, nice one, you imbecile. He might get disqualified.
Which is unlucky. He's got no cars coming his way.
I think he's allowed to reverse if there's no cars coming his way. I think we'll allow it. But yeah, let's have a look at the Tier 3 Drivers' Championship after, as we speak right now. So MM Overdrive obviously leading with 115 points. The closest person to him is Silver Trick, who is on 63 points. And
52-point gap, I believe.
Yes, 52 gap. Then Cataverman.
That's pretty big. That's pretty
Yes.
big with only
However,
only 6 rounds in.
yep, yeah, it's a massive gap. However, I feel like this fight, MMO drives in tier 3 general. What am I doing? The fight is more going to be for P2 in the championship, or potentially
Seems that
P3.
way.
Potentially P3 with the from 3rd to 6th being split by 7 points. That's going to be an intriguing battle to keep your eyes on. With Cataverman in 3rd with 37 points, OJBWW on 36 points, James Greer with 33 points, who actually started a bit late, so that's very impressive from him. And Skeptics, who has not really been
TX
racing the
Phillip.
past couple of weeks. We're in 6th place on 30 points. Other than that, we've
TX
obviously
Phillip.
got James, who will be hopefully coming into the mix as the season goes on. Obviously, only having done 1 race, he's sitting on 8 points. Fairly solid first race for him, but as Ed said earlier, his race pace was very much affected by damage that he got through. From what I saw, no fault of his own, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do as he sits on provisional pole. Now, MMO Drive is on an hour lap. Silver Trig goes 3rd in front of Cotton on his final lap with a 15.3.
TX Phillip. I was looking at tier 3 general, and I was under the impression that he wasn't meant to be racing today.
Is this?
Or TX Phillip 17 in the Williams.
Yeah, but I haven't really had a look in the league because of IXR and that, but I'm presuming someone.
Anyway, he's coming
has power.
across the line and goes P4, which is going to be his last lap unless he goes straight on to another one. I doubt he will. He said that he might. You never know. It's overdrive on the lap. Ashton, please take us on an MM overdrive lap.
Yeah, I would love to.
Right, Hungary.
So, coming into turn 2 now, DRS wide open, as Martin Brundle said, like a post box. Just understeering a bit there through turn 2, I think that counts as. Turn 3 very quick. This is a very hard corner. Turn 4. And now avoiding the death god curb. Doesn't want to take it yet. Very conservative through there. However, it's looking pretty good so far. This is a very tricky chicane. However, he's taking that very smoothly. Probably could carry a bit more speed through there. Good line. I'm looking at this lap, and it looks like it's a very conservative lap, but can you blame him? He hasn't done a lap yet. He doesn't want to risk invalidation. As we know, he's having trouble with that. He's already had one of his lap times deleted. But anyway, coming through to the last sector of the last sector. Now, very tight line through there, running out wide, using a bit of the pit entry there, and bit of understeer. Cuts out last second. However, goes provisional pole
by 9
No,
tenths.
how? Well,
That was...
I
We
said
couldn't have
it's
really
conservative
gone
lap.
on
I
board
feel
with a better
very
lap.
idiotic right now. Very idiotic.
We couldn't have gone on a better lap on board.
Now, yeah, MM overdrives lap, and I'm thinking maybe it wasn't a 14.8 I got. I hope it wasn't, because then overdrive's 6 tenths quicker than me. I'd have to have a look. It might have been a 13.8. I have no idea though.
But yeah, I mean, that's a great lap from him. Definitely. And he takes another pole position in tier 3.
Unless OG. Oh wait, no. Yep, everyone's finished their lap. So, Ed, do you want to take us through the final starting grid for
When
tier 3
I think
round?
once all the cars cross the line, it will show the proper leaderboard.
Round 6? Round 6? Round 6? Round 6?
This is round 6.
Yes. Just double
It's gone
check.
quite quickly. So, the results of the qualifying session for the race. MMO Drive takes pole by 9 tenths fully, like 9 whole tenths, from James 17, who leads Logical, who starts at the front of row 2, followed by Silver Trig, TX Phillip P5, Cosmo RL P6, Losing IX P7, OJB P8. We got a McLaren 4th row, locked out. Big P 9th, Mick 10th, Catafman 11th, James Greer 12th, Green Boy 13th, and Marshmallow 14th. So that is your grid for Hungarian Grand Prix for Tier 3, Round 6.
I've just seen a picture of what 14-year-old Obama looked like.
Why?
I was just going for Instagram.
Hey man, we got 10 views. 10 viewers just heard you say that.
Yeah, now I know that I like Obama. Wait, nope. They know I saw Obama when he was 14, so that's Julio.
So, Ashton, what are your predictions for the race?
MM Overdrive win. Cosma will get his second podium, and James will bring up P2.
I'm saying M Overdrive win, James P2, Siltrick P3.
Ooh. Faith in the
swap
Trig,
James
have
with
we?
Cosmo.
I feel like this
Trig
is a
has been
very
consistent.
no. This is a very penalty. Oh, Cosmo's gone. I'll invite him. This is a very
I've lost
penalty harsh track. So if Cosmo,
Yes.
who we know is very good at not getting penalties, can just hang around, he's definitely up for grabs for another thing, podium. Where is Cosmo? I found him. Invite to game. See if we can get back in before the formation lap. So we know he's been having some internet troubles. What a noob. Anyway, formation lap now, so don't know, is James going to try any little strategies? He's going to try and back up the pack?
Pull a fake tail.
Yeah, that's fake.
Everyone is starting on soft instead of Catafman, James Greer and Marshmallow. They're looking to go further into the race.
Catavan Man must
Is it a
have
one-stop?
qualified on mediums then.
Did he qualify? Yeah, he must have.
Yeah, I think he's going for the one stop, the medium hard.
That's probably put is my faith in him, knowing that he can do
Oh god.
P10. We said that. They've
Big
disqualified him.
collision!
Green Boy is in the wall. Logical's gone as well.
Boys. Why are we getting disqualified on the formation lap? What's happened there? Come on. Can't be that hard, can it?
Well, I've got to hand it to Overdrive. Most of the pack is fairly bunched up already. I mean, excluding Marshmallow and TX Phillip.
Obvious.
He's done alright. Now, they will not be in control of their cars.
Oh god, I need to invite Cosmo again. He needs another invite. Logical seems very unhappy with MMO Drift and he brake checked him. I saw nothing of that. Don't know what he's on about.
See, if he did brake check and make contact, then
surely Overdrive would have been,
the formation lap as well. So, yeah, already controversy on the chat before the race has even started.
Well. Alright, you did the lights
Got
out.
a good camera angle for the grid.
No, I've
But
not.
anyway, there we go. 5 red lights, and we are underway for round 6. It looks like a good start from Overdrive. He's pulling away from James on the grid. We've got 3 wide in the background there. Logical looking around the outside. There's a McLaren going very far around the outside. Ashton, have you seen contact so far?
No, I haven't really seen much contact.
Like a yellow flag back there.
Bit of a timing glitch.
Virtual safety car.
Oh, VSC. But yeah, bit of a timing glitch, so it's hard to see what the order is after. It's saying
Green
that
Boy
there's a
just
McLaren 1-2 and MM Overdrive
Green Boy's
who's...
lost the whole
So, is there any wing damage that you can see, Ed?
Green Boy has got a little bit. So's Marshmallow. And I'm right in thinking they're both Marshmallows on medium contact, so that's screwed over his strategy a little bit. And we are back into green flag running. Overdrive, leads from James, leads from Silver Tree. My podium prediction is currently right. Which is good to know.
Well, my podium predictions is not doing anything because Cosma is disconnected and is now down in 9th. But
like I said, that both McLarens have got quite a decent start, going up 2 positions each.
Considering he's got a dislocated, I think it was a knee.
Dislocated knee. Get off Mr. Luceniax Connor.
Then sitting in P4 is pretty decent.
It's decent.
It is decent. Well, Logical is all the way down the pack in P3.
Yep.
P3. There's a timing glitch. Presuming around P10.
I think. Yeah, he's back P12, I think.
This timing glitch is very bad. Well, I've just witnessed James get a warning as he goes wide at turn 4. Yeah.
Yep, 3 warnings in this game, and you get a penalty for calling for track extension.
Track extension. So it means you have to be very careful. It's a tough line to balance on, whether maintaining pace.
Off the line. If you deviate off that line, then 3-second time penalty will be coming your way.
Yeah, it's a very fine line between having good pace and also pushing the track limits slightly, especially for these drivers who clearly, as you've seen, have had a bit of a trouble with track limits, with one example being Marshmallow getting 30 seconds of penalties in his first
Green
race.
Boy is round, right at the back end of the circuit.
Not been a great start to the season for him, and he's retired.
He's still racing.
Maybe a bit of a range.
Lucid is all over the back of Silver Trig here. We could be seeing a Lucid IX podium if
Oh,
he
well
keeps
then.
the pressure up.
But OJBWW is hovering in the background. Like a dark horse, ready to
Under
pounce.
attack by Philip, I think. It looks to be. Lucid IX touches the curb and has a massive oversteer moment there. Now he's lost all the momentum.
Oh, yeah, Logical. Already getting a penalty. The first person to get a penalty. Don't know what he's doing down in P10. One thing that is working for me so far is that I thought I already called that Logical probably wouldn't be able to get a podium. I guess then I've at least got that right. But yeah, your prediction is looking very spicy right now. MMO drives.
Philip side by side.
Side by side. Eatons.
Looks like the pressure will be piling on OJB as we now have DRS enabled. We have for a lap. Philip is running very nice energy storage and energy efficiency, if you like, and that will serve him well as time goes on. We've got OJB under massive pressure from Big B. He's not close enough to make a move. Yeah, the traction control working away to get that McLaren as far away from the Haas. Big P is really closing in now. And he looks inside of turn 6. We can see side by side through the chicane.
It comes grease.
Big P thinks better of it. And decides to slip behind OJB.
It's very interesting. It looks like he's very much being held up. Goes down the inside. Oh, this is very close. Just gets onto the grass. It's a very risky on the track to be making a move in. Oh, very close there. Now he runs wide and Philip is there ready to pounce. Trying to have a look around the outside. OJB goes a bit wide. And Greeks gets a massive oversteer moment. This yellow flag. That's going to cost him P6.
That's cost him a position already. And yeah, Philip is just unloading all the ERS he's saved. He's getting closer and closer to OJB. Not going to try it now, but I have a feeling he will try it in turn 2. Big P's got past him.
Oh, but
Very
gets a
late
bit of an
move, but it's
oversteer
enough.
coming out of turn 1. going into turn 2 now.
What we got going on?
Ooh, this is some very
Nice
good
idea,
battle. And it's allowing OGB to scramble out of the way. Well, in P3, Silver Trig also has a penalty.
And Lucien is closed right back up to him. Again.
Let's have a little gander at that battle. I'll keep an eye on Greased Big P's battle with OJBWW.
Yeah.
If you just keep an eye on Connor.
Yep, I will.
I'll let you know if anything's happening. And Marshmallow
Only 2
tyres.
tenths behind.
Oh, Greased! Great save from him. What a save that was. Well, he's having some troubles with his tyre wear, I think, because he's very unstable through the corners. We've seen about 3 or 4 oversteers from him that have nearly cost him positions. And James Greer. James Greer. Oh, James Greer being a bit dodgy there with the move. However, no one's really been that much harm from it, except maybe Logical, but I'm sure he's a good sport. He'll know that.
Side by side
James isn't
into
trying to
turn
go
1. Big P looks to the inside.
Great
Seems
move.
to have move done and squeezes OJB just enough.
He has to squeeze him out there, as that is his corner, as OJB is not half a car length. So, but yeah, Big P has every right to squeeze him off right there.
The cork out of the bottle now. I think these guys are going to flow right.
So Cosmo's left again. I think he's rage quit now. But Connor, I've just noticed, is up into P3.
Yep. Having said that,
who is that? Who's Silver Trig?
Philip's off. Philip is
completely missed that.
Has he got damage? I don't think so.
I think he was just letting cat of a man through there just because he knew he was going very slow.
He spun.
Yeah, but he was very slow, and I think he let cat of a man through there because of how
front
slow he'd be
right,
at the apex.
Front right? I think front right end plate damage.
That's what I was thinking actually from the aerial shot I've got here.
Yeah, same. I've got the same one.
But yeah, what's it?
Yep. Front right end plate's gone.
So there would be worse times for him to get damage, for example, just after his boxed or when the strategy didn't really work.
So 2 Ferraris have stopped now.
So here we
is for Silver Trig. He's a completely free arrow. He's crashed into the pit wall. I was literally went on board with him as he goes straight into the pit wall.
Oh, there goes your prediction.
Such a good undercut.
But also, Connor is looking very spicy in P2.
He was looking at a
essentially on merit as well, as everyone who's boxed has binned it. So
that's so unlucky from him.
But
Philip's
ever more like
under virtual safety car.
MM Overdrive is going to. Oh, Mick has a drive-through.
Yep, I saw that. Did see that.
Oh, sorry, I think I must have missed you talking about it.
Oh no, I didn't say. I don't know why. I forgot to say.
Okay.
So that James 17, he's now the prime undercut.
Oh, sorry, I need to invite. Oh my god, I need to invite Cosmo back. I thought he'd just left because his Wi-Fi was doing something because he kept joining and leaving. But don't want that accident invite to party.
As we have Big P in the pits now. Probably going to the medium compound tyre. James Greer's got on the grass while trying to defend.
Cosmo's back.
Focus, but Logical goes round the outside, has to use the track on the outside. That's probably
bit of a dodgy attempt at a move there from Logical.
Yeah. And he slips the nose in taps.
Is that wing damage? I feel like that might be like slight wing damage, not enough to warrant boxing, but tiny little bit of wing damage. We know how fragile they are. And Silver Trig has left the session. I think Logical's just got another warning there from completely riding that curve like a monster truck.
Yeah.
Could have said something else. Oh, cat of a man. I think he's got damage. Yeah, he does.
Front left end plate.
Front lift. His front left end plate has completely gone. I don't actually know what that damage was from. Didn't quite catch it.
Logical's extending quite a lot. Logical's just got Looks like 2 warnings in the space of a sector.
He looks very
So we
desperate
have
to get into that podium position, but
the leader of
he needs-
MMO Drive
yep,
in the pits.
Logical needs to maybe realise if there was one piece of advice I would give to him, it would be that he needs to consider the long term in these races, because we're seeing him extending the track quite a lot, trying to catch up to James Greer. But you got to remember,
James 17 has almost had he's had an amazing undercut on Overdrive. He's probably gained like 4 seconds through boxing those crucial 3 or 4 laps earlier. And now it seems like they're in a 4-way fight for the lead. Not on track, but
I highly doubt that James is going to be able to hang with Overdrive for that much longer though, due to the
Overdrive
difference in tyre grip.
On the softs is Overdrive.
Going for the 2 stop.
So, yeah. Unless James can make the medium last about 30 laps, then he will be in the top as well.
Maybe could have considered going onto the hards
later.
Ooh!
And there's a little tap there. I got that on stream.
I think it's that Overdrive. See, this is, in my opinion, this is very, very stupid. I can't really see what Logical is gaining from defending like that against Overdrive when I think he's a pit stop down.
In my opinion, he's a racer at the end of the day, and you want to keep whatever position you can get. But
yes, I do think that you can defend if, like, you really want to when you're in that position. However, when Logical is essentially pushing Overdrive off track and nearly giving him wing damage twice, like, I feel like that is not really good enough from Logical, being a bit dirty there and nearly potentially costing Overdrive. The race at Overdrive has spun James Greer.
Overdrive has spun James Greer.
I've got to clip that. I'm not sure. Not really sure whose fault that was, because I didn't quite get a great look at it, because it looked like James was on the inside and Overdrive just came across a bit too early, just took out his front left.
I mean, he was.
I think he's got wing damage as well.
Oh, definitely. Overdrive was in front.
James.
Now
Overdrive was in front. However,
that 1 lap
was it a bit irrational?
The soft compound tyres on that Alfa Romeo of Overdrive would have been at their prime effectiveness, and he's lost that sheen of those tyres now. So that's taken the edge off those softs, which playing into James 17's hands a lot. As Overdrive still sets the fast lap in the race. An 18.3. What did James set? Said 19.1. So yeah, looking about 0.8 of a second quicker. But the thing is, if James can box early, or earlier than Overdrive, or at the same time and go into the soft compound tyres, he could have the strategical upper hand, as Overdrive will have to stop again onto the softs, and I imagine onto the medium, sorry, Overdrive will have to box onto, and I imagine that James will box onto the softs when he does that. At the moment we have a battle between the 2 McLarens and the Haas of Big P. And the OJB goes wide and round the outside of turn 6. Big P goes. Bit of squeezing there, but looks to be clean. Will he try around the outside of the chicane? No, he won't. Gets very loose on the rear end there. Loses it and loses a bit of momentum that he gained.
See, I'm
pace is looking like the best of the rest of the moment.
I'm looking at Overdriving James at the top, obviously. You know, what's it, 7 seconds clear of P3, them two are, and both their paces very good. However, James, did he just lose a bit of time, or did Overdrive just go a lot quicker for that lap? I don't know, maybe I'm something.
He was only a 10th off his best lap.
Oh well, my time, the gap went from 1.7 to 2.8 as they both crossed the line. However, anyway, I digress.
Looks round the outside of OJB. Look for the switchback.
Just Overdrive
OJB really positioned his car well there.
If Overdrive gets a 5-second penalty for that incident, if the stewards deem it worthy of a 5-second penalty, James is 100% in the running for this race. However, he's losing quite a lot of time. Overdrive, who's on the soft compound tyres, going for the 2-stop. James, obviously, also going for the 2-stop. No way he'll be able to take the softs.
Bippy has a big moment there. It's looking like he's not fully confident with that setup through the middle sector. Keeps getting little snaps of oversteer, which is just hampering his overall speed. But stuck behind OJB, just looking to get past quickly and effectively as possible. As Overdrive sets another faster start, further emphasising his pace amongst the rest of the field at the moment. OJB has the energy advantage, 50% compared to 15%, and he uses it all now in a bid to stay in front of the fast driver. Bippy is gaining, but not by enough to send it. I am mistaken. He looks round the outside. Has he made the move? He goes off track. TRS open again. Will he challenge into turn 2? Stays behind, thinks better of the move, and retains his P6 position. All this is then loosen IX. Pull away and thus pull in Cat of Man, who hasn't made his stop yet. The only one who hasn't made a stop yet. So if he's trying a one-stop, it could be pretty effective for him, as he's already gained 7 positions from his grid slot. Penalties at the moment are looking like 9 seconds for Cat of Man, which will undo all the hard work he's put in so far. 3 seconds for Losing IX, 3 seconds for Big B, 6 seconds for Logical, 6 seconds for James Grit, and 3 seconds for Nick.
Now, what I'm looking at, Edge, is maybe Overdrive has had a bit of a strategical oversight going from the softs onto the softs. I personally think the best strategy, if you need to qualify on the softs, go for the soft, medium soft, because it's always good to be on the fresh compound at the end of the race. You know, track's got a bit more grip, you've got less fuel in the car, you can use them softs.
Exactly, I was saying
a bit more.
That James is going to have the upper hand in the latter stages of the race.
Now, although it may look like James is 6 seconds behind and this race is essentially over, we don't know what will happen with Overdrive's penalty. So if, as I said, he gets that 5-second penalty for that incident with James Greer, all James has to do is stick with just 5 seconds, or if Overdrive gets
clean around the outside of
track limits.
Very nice.
I'm actually going to have a look at the race directory and see if Overdrive has any warnings.
Just quickly, this big POJB battle is drawing in Cosma and Logical.
So James only has 1 warning. Sorry, James only has 1 warning, which was getting on lap 2. However, Overdrive has 3. I'm presuming one of them must have been collision, otherwise he would have a penalty by now. But he is treading on very thin ice. He gets 1 more warning, most likely he will get that penalty, and James is sitting very comfortably on 1. And there's no way to tell if it's a track limits one, so even James's could probably be the collision warning.
Big P is now close enough. Dummies left, goes to the right of the McLaren, he locks, double lock up, going into turn 1. He's pushed wide and he's spun himself. And that's put OJB under pressure from Cosma RL. Will he go for the move? Yes, he will. Will he make it stick? He does. Cosma RL in the Red Bull. He just made 2 positions in 1 sector.
Well, I'd like to say that...
looking to the inside there.
I'd just like to say that Cosma has been driving incredibly well this race. Up into P5 after the internet connections that he's had, staying clean as well. One thing I definitely like about him.
Yeah.
Now, let's have a little look at the penalties. Cat of a Man has 15 seconds of penalties, so Cosma instantly inherits for 4th. Connor is 3 seconds ahead of Cat of a Man, and hence he is around 6.5 seconds in front of Cosma. And Luce and Connor has a 3-second penalty. So Cosma, my prediction of him getting a penalty, definitely still within a shout happening. Oh yeah, the podium, sorry. Yeah, but he's driven very well so far. If he can keep that up, then yeah, he's definitely looking at podium. And his second podium in TRL, first one coming in Austria 2 weeks ago to the day. Obviously, we do our race on the same day, idiot. But yeah, he's looking very spicy in P5. Yeah,
It is.
very proud. Very proud.
Cosmo's pace is showing. It's already pulled 1.5 seconds on OJB. Both Haas's, I've just realised, have spun. MMO Drive gets a 3-second time penalty, so that closes that 7.4 gap down to 4.4, which might bring the race back into James's hands just a little bit if he can swap onto those soft compound tyres towards the end and make the most of them. OJB, the best will in the world, his pace isn't brilliant at the moment. He's being reeled in by Logical, and he's only been dropping after he had a really nice undercut. Due to the undercut, he has fairly older tyres than a few other drivers. Logical now in the DRS, using his ERS as well, trying to close into OJB way too far to make a move. Almost had a little look there, but fixed by Robert, and I doubt he'll be making a move now. On those soft compound tyres though, who have so much more grip through the middle sector than OJB on the medium compound tyres. So about halfway through the race now.
Yeah, just about halfway through the 17th lap. Yeah, Web Overdrive is looking... Oh wait, I've just noticed, sorry, I was not really paying attention for the last couple of corners, but he has a penalty.
I did mention.
Yeah, it just shows how I just spaced out completely.
It's going to put the race in James's hands a lot more.
However, I feel like James has dropped back. Obviously, this last stint for James is going to be not detrimental. That is the wrong word, or what is wrong with me? It's going to be very vital for his race. If he can get a very good last stint, he's 100% in with a win. I feel like the strategy call for James would be to undercut Overdrive, go onto the softs a lap earlier, and get that pace advantage, and then even when Overdrive comes out, he's still going to be on them slower mediums, which is definitely going to benefit James in his attempts at winning his first TRL Tier 3 not appearance, race. Yeah, it's been very good. It's taken about a 10th out of Overdrive in that first sector, just hovering around the 6.9 seconds gap. And Cosma has spun. I don't know if you guys on the screen can see that because Ed's a muppet and he's not saying anything, but he's down in 8th now. But just shows how bunched up that midfield is. He's gone from 4th to 8th,
and it's
within the space of one spin.
The strategy that will unfold. Philip has gained so much. Overdrive pits now.
Wow.
Onto the mediums.
So he's a soft medium. Not soft medium. Soft medium. Sorry, I got James confused with Overdrive and forgot that Overdrive was on the soft. But yeah, James. Why did I suggest an undercut? I'm such an idiot. Anyway,
box as well. He was on soft tyres, you can see on the front left.
My idiot.
The blistering and the graining that was going on there. But Philip inherits 5th place and now looks to be hunting down OJB, who hasn't had the best of race pace, but seems to be defending very well as Lucy gets a 2nd time penalty, I believe. There is a car. Overdrive spun!
Oh!
In turn 6.
Oh my god.
It looks like it's the death curve.
Obviously, the death curve
he's
has taken another victim.
Yeah.
Wow. How much time has he lost? I guess we'll see within potentially the next 6 laps when James boxes.
6 seconds. He was a solid amount of time to lose him.
I think that's going to have costed MM Overdrive the race.
Yep. I would agree.
I actually think it will do if he gets that penalty
And
from his incident.
And he also has a 3-second time penalty on top of that.
Yeah. So
James
wow,
has just been gifted this race. It seems
all just happened so quickly. This has been a very entertaining race to
it's up
commentate
to
so
him
far.
now. He's the only person that can bring this home.
So 15 laps left. We still have James to box, who is very much contender within this race. Lucian is sitting P2, but essentially on merit he's P3 because Overdrive's boxed and Connor hasn't. If you're just joining us, James is looking like he is likely to win this race because even though he still has to box, Overdrive has a 3-second penalty and James will be on the fresher, soft compound tyres for that last stint and sprints to the finish. Especially around Hungary, as we know, the soft tyre is especially good as obviously you've got that very twisty middle sector which really does favour the soft compound tyre a lot more over the medium compound tyre that James is on right now and Overdrive has boxed onto for his last stint.
Indeed. How long do you think a pit
Don't know
stop
if any-
takes around here?
I actually don't really know that. I don't really know that much about
16
Hungary.
seconds. I don't know. I think it's quite a short pit lane. Overdrive goes fastest. He's really quick right now. He's pushing very hard. He knows that's the only way to fight back from the mistakes he has made. Is that Big P in the box? Yes, it is. He's 5 seconds behind OJB, so we'll be able to see effectively how long a pit stop will take around Hungary. Overdrive is all over the back of Lucen IX at the moment, pushing as hard as he can. I think a pit stop takes 17 to 20 seconds.
Oh, so if James gets a good stop,
So James
Overdrive,
they're going to be
and
basically
James
next.
is coming in. James is coming in.
He's boxing now. He's chosen.
Does that
Now
mean
is
that
the
he's
time to
going onto
jump.
the mediums?
I
Well, the
think
soft
he'll go
medium.
for softs.
I think he is.
He's going medium.
No, onto the mediums. That's just opened up the race for Overdrive. I think that James maybe should have taken their mediums a bit longer, but maybe his tyre wear was so bad he could. However, that has completely opened up this race for Overdrive.
And yep, he's been jumped by about 3
What if he-
seconds, which was my prediction.
Well, maybe James didn't have any more soft tyres, so he
Yeah.
had to do the soft medium.
Lucen gets overtaken fairly easily by M and Overdrive.
Just got to hope, as no offense to MM Overdrive.
He has been dominating.
Very
It's
good
good to see
admin.
different winners.
Yeah, very good admin, might I add. Definitely like him.
Indeed.
However, I kind of want to see James win, just because it's his second race, and obviously a bit of variety is always good. But yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully
James-
Connor
James
doesn't
seems to
hold
be
James up
matching-
too much.
matching Overdrive's pace at the moment.
Running a bit wide there. Maybe a warning. Maybe a warning. Think I overreacted.
Oh,
Oh,
it's close
running a
there.
bit wide there.
Close there.
Maybe I'm overreacting a bit, but so this race is probably up there for the best so far in Tier 3. Connor is holding James up so much. Connor, get out of the way. You're on 6 seconds of penalties, you still got a box.
If James wants any
Now
chance
James
of
is
winning this
likely
race, he
going to
has
go for a
get
move.
past now.
Yep, he's going to go for a move down the inside into turn 1. Very comfortable move for James.
And he is
And
past.
yep, he's passed.
So, Mr. James 17, if the race finished now, he would win. As Overdrive has that crucial 3-second time penalty, which
You have to be very careful, especially in turn 1, at the exit of turn 1, activating that DRS because of the lack of downforce that you have, because obviously the rear wing opens, the whole point of it is to reduce downforce and hence drag at the rear to increase top speed. if you activate it and get a little bit too happy on the throttle, it's very easy to spin on the exit of turn 1, so James will have to be very aware of that when he
Let's see, 55.5
gets close
for
James.
55 for Overdrive,
To
55.7
Overdrive.
for James. About 2 tenths is what he lost in that middle sector. So, and he's fluctuated between the 2.9 and 3.0 and 3.1 mark. So, it's going to be close. Definitely going to be close. 118.1 for James, and it was a 17.7 for Overdrive, 4 tenths. Overdrive has the pace advantage, but his tyres will drop off at the end a little bit more by 3
And also,
laps.
just really have to look at that incident between Overdrive and I think it was James Greer in the Haas earlier in the race, as we now have 11 lap sprint to the end. I'll tell you what would really make this race: a safety car. A safety car would make this race instantly a classic, with the ending that we get: Overdrive versus James.
Indeed,
Sprint
James
to the
is
end.
dropping back by quite a lot. I don't know what happened on that lap. He's 9 tenths slower in the middle sector. At the moment, Overdrive would win on track and in penalties, and in penalties, like as of this time. Overdrive goes to 17.6. James has a 19 flat. 1.4
Wow.
seconds per lap. You've got a half
Very slow.
or round or spun in the middle sector. If this brings out a yellow flag, or it has got a yellow flag, if this brings out a safety car, which I don't think it will.
Yeah, the car's not retired, so, and it can still move, so I doubt a safety car will be on the cards for that. Let me have a quick look for all you guys at home at the race director for MMO Drive. See how many warnings he's got. He's not got any since his penalty on lap 15. Let's have a look at James. Only has 2 warnings, potentially closing in on a 3rd warning, which does mean a 3-second time penalty, which he will not want, as that completely ruins his chances at this win. But his chances of this win are completely riding on MMO Drive getting a penalty for his incident with James Greer earlier on in the race. Connor is also sitting in the podium positions. 6 seconds of penalties, 4 seconds back from James, and Connor's boxing. Now to go from
The soft
from the mediums
There's a
onto
Red
the
Bull round,
softs.
and it's
Yes.
Cosma, who's got damage.
Unlucky, Cosma. Unlucky.
Got damage.
Oh yeah, completely flat plate of a rear wing. I could have been on that.
TX Phillip on his Tier 3 debut, on his TRL debut, looking at a podium. Done very well to stay out of trouble. 14 seconds back on James, but still going to pick up those 15 points. To put it into context, if Overdrive gets another 3-second time penalty, James would have 2 tenths of leeway in getting that P1 position.
Within the race, discluding potential
Yeah,
penalty.
just excluding exterior penalties.
But yeah, this kind of died down the
Just
past couple
dropped out
laps,
of that
but
6-second gap.
yeah, race has kind of died down these last couple of laps. Not really any close.
Change his front wing.
Yeah, not really any close on-track battles. The closest gap between 2 cars
Is
is
logical
5
and
seconds,
racing.
and that's Logical and Connor, yeah. But yeah, race was looking very good, and last couple of laps looking to be fairly quiet.
Yeah. And with penalties, it looks looks like it's all going to be fairly similar. Other than possibly the jump and Nick. That's it.
Ooh, I should have to jump. Anyway. Pog. Just kind of sitting here. Lap 27 and 35 races definitely died down.
I mean, Overdrive's.
I mean, we can always have a little gander at Cosmo versus Mick, aiming for that last points paying position. Cosmo will be disappointed.
A little bit of contact there. Will he
With
dive
it? Yeah.
into the last corner?
Down
Yes, he will. That was quite dirty.
Very messy move
past.
there, but I mean, I don't think Mick's going to be complaining too much. He's got 5 seconds more penalties, and he's on older tyres. But yeah, Cosmo will be disappointed, to say the least, with his results today. Is
Mick's gone.
He's challenging again, but he's
That
completely missed the braking point. That was a... Yeah, can't blame him, you know. The rush of blood going into... That
was
is
a
a
ram
ramming.
attempt.
That
And the
was a
safety
ram
cars were
attempt.
brought out.
Oh my god. Right, Mick, come on.
Mick, mate.
Mate, you've just completely ruined Overdrive's race from being a complete
Overdrive's
idiot.
lost it.
Wow.
Surely. Now, will Overdrive box for soft? Because
Oh
he'll get
my
out in front of Lucen.
goodness. I think James will have to as
I'm
well,
Overdrive,
surely.
Yeah.
But, God, Mick, we even defended you. We said, oh, yeah, that's not a ramming 10. That's just a genuine, honest mistake. And then you had to go and do that. Come on. Not good enough.
I think
Not
like the
good
third
enough.
race in a row we've had.
Yeah, it's not good enough. We are going to bring in some harsher penalties, 100%, because this is just not good enough for the Tier 3 drivers. And what I've noticed is that the people who do it, and Cosmo's retired, don't really know why. Is he'd make a ton of positions up from the penalties.
Overdrive
But
is in the box,
what's it?
so is James.
Yeah, you just really, you have to look. Yep, Overdrive is on the fresh soft compound tyres, not even warm soft compound tyres. But yeah, you have to look, and the people that are doing these rammings, yeah, it's here for a general funny. The people who are doing these are like the ones who join, and it's in their first, yeah, it's their first race, and they clearly show up and they don't take it seriously, which is not like good. So
I mean,
yeah,
as an
don't really
entertainment
want
point of view, the safety car has been a blessing in disguise.
yes, however,
But
the way that we got
it's
it is not very
unethically
exciting.
earned, if that makes sense.
I'm not sure James, if he wins this now, will really be incredibly happy.
I disagree. If you win and you win, like a win is a win.
Obviously, if you win, you win. But like, there's just gonna be that sour taste in his mouth.
I don't think
after.
you would know that he went for a ram attempt. I don't know. In the car right now, like, you wouldn't think that. You wouldn't think the safety car's been brought out because of a ram attempt. You just say, safety car.
Good point, actually. Very, very good point.
Cats of Man and Big P are the only, and Lucen are the only people that have stayed out for track position. And I can't recall if they've gained anything from that exercise, but looks like it's going to be a 4-lap sprint to the finish. We've got James Greer coming through turn 2 as the rest of the pack are coming through the penultimate corner.
Apparently Cosmo retired because he was clipping Mick going for a ramming attempt and his AI drove into a wall.
That's quite unlucky. Which is unlucky because we actually saw it on the stream. Didn't even need to do it.
Well, oh god, it just gets on my nerves really that people show off and don't take it seriously.
Big P boxes now.
And then they just use the excuse, I lost my head. That's what he's saying to the gender, which is the rubbish excuse.
Last time we had
If you
somebody do that, they actually left the league, so. At least contact wasn't made. If he did make contact with Cosmo and put him in a wall or break a suspension, then the consequences be a lot more serious. But then, still, it's a big deal trying, like, an attempt to end someone's race. You don't know how long that person's been trying to practice or perfecting the track. So, anyway, we've got all the drivers on one side of the circuit, which is a good thing. So this should be the last lap under safety car conditions.
Well, at least we're looking at an interesting last couple of laps.
Indeed.
Regardless of what led to it.
One thing I have just realised, this has ruined Lewson's race. He was looking at a potential P3, and now it's been all bunched up again with that 6 seconds of penalties I believe he has. Yep, that's right. He will drop, at the moment, down to 5th, I think. As race control confirms, safety car is in this lap. MMO driver will back the pack up. Make sure his engine brakes and tyres are at satisfactory temperature, and then it will restart for the final 4 laps. Ashton, quick predictions of the win?
James.
I would say James as well, but we're about to see. Come around the last corner to start the final 4 laps after that safety car. I'm going to go on board with James, as he is the hunter at the moment. Doesn't seem like he's going to do anything, but more importantly, there is a close battle between Lewson and Phillip. Maybe looking to the outside, Lewson he's got very good car placement there. Make sure he stays in front. I think James's pace on the soft seems to be better than on the mediums. He's staying in touch of overdrive. Out of man picks up 3 seconds. I mean, it really shows the class of this field. And Pat of Man's gone. He's spun. I don't think any contact with the wall was made. We'll see his front wing in a second.
Well, James is looking like he could take this win on track. And
having said that, he's already lost 1.5 seconds.
Phillip is looking at potentially a podium on his first race.
Yep.
P's and P2 if a penalty gets added to overdrive time.
Yeah.
I guess we just have to wait and see. We can't really say anything like that right now.
17 flat for James, 1.4 slower. If he keeps going at this rate, he won't win it now. Maybe win it later with a penalty applied to overdrive for that collision with the Haas. If you missed that, side by side through the corner coming up on the screen here, and he spun a car into the wall, not on purpose, but the stewards will be looking into that.
Obviously, yeah, we'll have to have a look at that. You know, even if it was accidental, like the issue's still there, and James's race has still been kind of ruined by it. Yeah, it's similar to, if any of you watched Tier 1, the Banky incident where he came back on track and gave head wing damage. Phillip gets a penalty. That might hurt his chances of a P3. But as I was saying, yeah, he came back on track. Obviously, there was some fault to it, but there was also fault in overdrives, why he likely might get a penalty. But yeah, you know, it's one of them incidents where you can't look at it and go, oh, you're really dirty, why would you do that and stuff. Like, it just sometimes that stuff happens. Obviously it has to be punished, but you know, it just happens sometimes. You can't really get annoyed at people for it. You just sometimes just have to be nice about it and just say, no, it's fine, just, you know. Obviously they didn't intend for it.
Squeezing Big P quite close to the wall.
Logical's not been... Obviously he's sitting in P5 right now, but in my opinion he's not been very clean today. He's had a couple of incidents that I've seen personally.
Yeah, he's gone down 2 positions for his original grid slot. It seems like James is picking up the pace a little bit more now, staying with overdrive more effectively. just edges outside of that 3-second window. Actually, can you just quickly check the race direct to see how many warnings Overdrive has?
Yes. Overdrive.
Yep.
Oh! Sorry, I was just going into the pause menu. Massive lunge by Grease BP.
Really? I'm
Nearly taking out Logical.
Goes round the outside. Oh, that's a big hit. I don't know if that was on purpose.
That has ruined Logical's race. I don't know what Pigpy's doing there. 12 seconds of penalties compared to Logical's 6, and you're going for a stupid move like that. Honestly, some people are really just don't get the.
That was a successful
well, and now
attempt.
that was wow. God, Logical, man, what are you, Luca Corberry? What are you doing? No, but seriously,
well,
that is just shocking from you. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You're a commentator as well. You are essentially an ambassador for the league and you're doing that. Come on. I know that Grease has given you a bit of damage and I know he shouldn't be going for that move, but it's not worth doing that. Look, Grease has driven. He's driven on. He has no damage from that entire situation. And Logical's out of the race now. He's not going to get points. Just shows.
That is.
Oh, and Grease.
Proof.
Take a cat of a
Like,
OJVWW. Yeah, you dropped it by Grease.
It doesn't always help. Just smacking someone into a wall.
No matter how angry you are. Look, Grease is chilling right now on P6.
Yeah.
Obviously, he'll end up being P7.
45% of battery to use compared to Overdrive's 4. Can he make up those 5/10 in the final lap? Eyes will be glued to that leaderboard, the gap between Overdrive and James, see if he can reel in those 3.5 seconds. He just needs to get it to 2.9 and that will be enough to secure the win right now without having to go to the shooter later on.
This is really starting to piss me off now, all of these ramming attempts.
Yep, I agree. James running very wide there, keeps it on the black stuff, but he's lost a bit of time. I fear he needs to use all the overtake now down this straight, but we've got to watch Overdrive. Another race, another dominant performance from him. Despite the spin, despite the little push he had, he's come across the line. He's won tier 3. And it shows his dominance in this league. James finishes 6/10 behind with penalties accounted for. Lewson stays in front of Philip on the track, but Philip gets the position. Good podium on debut for him. And OJB comes across the line in P7. He will be finishing last on track. He did miss it. Cat of Man got disqualified for the amount of penalties he had. I think we should try and get people into the lobby, into the party. So who was on the podium? We had Philip, and who else? James. I know Logical has not Logical. Overdrive has mic problems. We've got James in the party at the moment. If you could include your audio for the stream so everyone at home can hear you. If that is okay with you. So James, how was that for you, mate? Yeah, I think there's some. Oh,
Sorry, hello. Hello.
oh, hi. You right?
Yep, I'm good.
Have you included your audio for the stream?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
All right, cool. So everyone at home should be able to hear you. P2 only 6/10 away from overdrive. How's that race for you?
I mean, it was a good race. Comparing he's like a good runner in tiers above, I think it's good to be basically alongside him at the finish line.
Yeah, definitely. He's done very well for the league, and seems to be. Well, he's definitely dominating tier 3, and you seem to be the only guy at the moment that can stop him. So it's
Yeah, I
great to
guess so.
see. Um, what were your thoughts when the safety car came out towards the end?
Well, I thought about maybe just staying on the mediums and just trying to hold him up for as long as possible, but
Mm,
I just thought I'd just go for the softs and hopefully try and take him at the start of the safety car, but he just got a good start and yeah, just kind of drifted away.
yeah, I mean, I guess you'll take a P2,
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely.
Race pace was good from you, probably second best through the whole race. It's just now working to overtake, overdrive on track. So well done from you, mate.
Yeah, just get
Good
to the
drive.
last guy.
Philip, can you hear us?
Yeah, mate. Cheers.
Cheers, man. Can you include your audio for the stream, just so
It
everyone
is
can hear?
already.
All right, cool, nice one. How was that for you?
It was quite good. I think it was P6 in quali, but I somehow started 14th. But
Yeah,
good overall race to
I
get
did
to
notice that.
P3.
Yeah, I mean 14th to P3 is a really impressive drive, even in tier 3. So yeah, I mean, how'd you do it?
Again, I think I went up to 6th or 7th off the start from just people getting damage. And then by the end of the first lap, I think I was P5.
Yeah, I mean, it's just all about being consistent, staying off other cars, making sure you got your whole front wing. Quite unlucky to get
Yeah, I
that
think
3-second penalty towards the end.
yeah, it didn't really affect me, but
Yeah,
I
it
would
didn't
have
affect,
preferred not
but
to get anything.
yeah, definitely. And yeah, P3 on debut. Do you think you can take the fight to overdrive?
Probably. I do quite a lot of races with James, and we're quite similar pace, so
Hmm.
I think I could be up there.
Yeah, cool. All right, cool. Nice one. Well done on P3 today, and hopefully see you
Cheers.
next race.
Yep. Bye.
Bye. So that rounds up TRL Season 2, Tier 3 Round 6 at Hungary. We had Overdrive P1, James P2, and Philip P3. So yeah, please tune in tomorrow and